I had one where it was completely black, and I must have talked for
Half an
7
hour.
minutes or something, about an
I
hour.
don't know. Tell me
So
when. Are we? Did you? Are you doing? Are you stopping and starting
I'm
again?
there it is. There it is. It's going on YouTube. I stopped and started it.
Hey, cool.
And
Yeah, there
what
it
we
is.
did just show up on Facebook, and now we're here. Okay,
Welcome
so
everybody.
welcome. Hi, I'm
For those
Shad Miller.
watching,
Jay has dropped in. Jay,
I
oh,
dropped in.
welcome, which we're super happy about. And Simon is awesome enough to come and play with us. And Johnny, if you're out there and want to join, I sent an email that hopefully did not go to your spam, but please message us or post, and we'll watch for that and try to get you in here. So
Simon was smart and messaged me on Facebook. He's like, "Hey, here's
yeah,
this invite."
that
He had the
that
invite,
works.
but I guess we have to update the
Yeah, I
Calendly
need to
thing or
update
something.
the calendar thing. The
I have
problem
it.
is when people signed up, we were thinking we were going to do this in Discord,
We did.
and then
We
it
did.
sent the email right away, so it says, "Hey, to
So
go
it's
to
still in
Discord."
there. We can't change
So
it.
I can correct it. I can send something. I'll send a notice to everybody. And I kind of watched the Discord. But anyway, Simon also said he just finished all the comics, which is amazing.
So great. Simon, what
And
are
he
your
wants
thoughts?
to
Real
play with
quick,
us.
your
Yeah, what do you think,
2 sentence
Simon?
review.
I thought that it completed the storyline by the end. I thought that it was going to go in one direction, and actually it went towards the message of the story, which is we don't have to redo the cycles of what happens in our lives, kind of. Although I was kind of hoping to see a bit more of the characters, I'm just waiting on the spin-off, but I'm very happy with the conclusion. I love the art. I love the characters. I love how the storyline was parallel, and what a great read.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
We're so lucky to have the opportunity to make this game in this world and contribute to this world, so it's pretty exciting. Oh, look at that.
Yes, we are. If you want to talk about reflecting on things you don't need to do again, there's something else.
So what do you want to do here? I guess he's 7 minutes late or confused.
Yeah.
He's not on the
I'll go ahead
Discord.
and explain protectors, and then and I haven't seen him on the Discord, so I can play with Simon. It'll be and we'll get going. So unless you have another idea, Jay. Do you want to?
No, I don't think so. I'll probably just go on mute for a little bit and I'm going to start typing up tonight's update because we're like $150 away from hitting that next stretch goal.
You want to take me off? Have me take you off stage for a bit, and then you can ping me if you want.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll have a window open. I'll be watching, and maybe I'll chime in here from time to time.
Yay. Okay, cool.
But maybe we can ask Simon, how much of the rules do you know? Do you need to be explained?
Yeah.
You said you watch a bunch of videos.
Well, I watched a bunch of videos. I can tell you what I do know, and then you can catch me up on the rest. How about that?
There you go.
Sounds great. Thanks, Jay. Good thinking.
Emmy and the Protectors, their goal is to make a line with their haints using the tiles to the townsfolk to get them back to the legend icon, I believe, to save them. And those are points at the end of the round. Whereas the Protectors, the points
to their home hex, not to the legend. They want to get back to their home hex.
They want to get
to the home hex.
That's right. Yep.
Which is where their legend is right now.
Right. Which is where they start.
Yep.
Whereas the family's goal is to destroy the buildings in town, making a line with the storm tiles.
Yes, exactly.
The main difference in the mechanics between the Protectors and the family is that the Protectors gain tiles as they go along, which makes their power stronger, and the family, they pull from a bag, and the pieces they grab as they go along, they can replace from their bag to get better pieces. Kind of a chaos token bag idea. And then I'm not exactly sure where the battles happen, but we resolve them using the tree that's built in the box, which is a fantastic idea. Congratulations, guys. And
thank you.
Not all cubes will come out, and then they'll decide the outcome, what happens. And there's 3 moves per turn, which are based on the mason jars. I've listened to a few tips online, so hopefully I learned something, and I'll be able to use them tonight and make me a bit OP. We'll see, maybe not.
Yeah.
And then we count the points with the that board there on the side, the plate.
Exactly. They're eating the haints up.
And tell me one thing I didn't find out. The spoon is to count the rounds. Is that it?
The spoon is actually for chapter 3.
Okay.
So what happens in chapter 3 is that in chapter 1 and 2, as you do a kill, you get 1 point per kill. But in chapter 3, sorry, I've been a little sick. I'm mostly better, but my throat is a little messed up. But in chapter 3, after you do your first kill, you move up, and now you get 2. Now it takes 2 kills to get a point, and then after you get that point, it'll take 3 the rest of the time. But there are some things in chapter 3 that let you manipulate that as well. So
interesting.
Basically makes you focus more on your asymmetric objectives because you just can't kill your way to victory. You have to find other ways to do it.
Right, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I think your summary was excellent. And one thing I love about it is how quick it was. It was very quick and concise. The only thing I want to add to it is, as you were saying, we get to pick 3 actions, 3 turns. We have 3 turns per round, and the turns are in the mason jar. The one thing we didn't talk about is the legends. So one of the actions, one of the turns you can take is your legend turn, and that lets you do Emmy's power and the faction power. So your faction power are the barbed wires and the paths. And the way those work are, if you can place these within 2 hexes of Emmy, which is the range for attack as well. And if you want to put a barbed wire down, now nobody can go on that hex or until you move it during your next legend turn. You can't put these adjacent to one another. The path tokens subtract 1 from the cost to move on a hex. So if you put it here and then during your legend turn, you could move all of these for free because now that's a free hex to move on to. But if I were here during my turn, I could also move on to it. My units can also use the path tokens. As you get more of these legend scrolls and power this up, you get more paths and barbed wire tokens. So you can actually stack the paths. So if you wanted to go to the storm, make it free to move on to, you would put 2 there. These can be adjacent, and they also can act as part of the path to get your townsfolk back home. So this would be a valid way to get your townsfolk all the way home and safe. So that's important. And then Emmy's power is that she gets to put a cube down on every hex that has a haint. And if I attack that hex, then you get to take that cube and put it in the battleground for that attack. And also, if Emmy enters a hex that has, and let's just say that she had a haint with her, so she wouldn't get this cube just because it's placed in here, but if she enters this hex that is a cube, then it goes into the battleground. So it's a really nice way for Emmy to bolster her power. And Levi has a similar power that I'll explain on the family turn. And we're going to play tonight, so one thing is, let's say you have Tabletop Simulator and you want to play with your friends. Well, chapter 1 it's not going to be hard for you to play with your friends. You just need to share your screen and you can talk through it because all the information is public. You just need to be able to chat and show all the different pieces. And one hint that Jay was giving me, maybe you know already, you can hit Alt to zoom in, but you can also scroll to make it larger. So that's nice. I didn't realize you could scroll. Anyway, excuse me. Cool. So the protectors go first. We didn't talk about this, so I'll just mention it for anybody in the audience who doesn't know. At the end of the round, after 3 actions, I will have the last action of the round as the family because I'm going second. Then I will have the first action of the next round, and then it will switch at the end of the next round so that Simon also has the first action and the last action. So what else? We didn't talk about wilds, but that's where you draw one of these and you keep it, and each one of these counts as 1 move or 1 spawn. And then I think, and when you attack, you get a bonus action. If you do one attack, you can flip the other ones to continue to do attacks, but you no longer get a bonus action. And I think that's it. Everything else, I'll watch and make sure that you retain how to do this. No worries if you didn't. But I'll just run it down real quick. Basically, move 1 move point lets you move whatever group of haints to a hex. You can leave them behind. You can pick them up as you're moving through a hex. You can have a maximum of 4 units on a hex. You can spawn, that's this icon. So in your turn, if you chose, you would get to do 3 spawn, 3 move, or 2 strengthen. You can spawn either on a hex that has Emmy or on your home hex. You can't occupy the same hex as an enemy unit or an enemy object like the house or the townsfolk. So you can occupy the townsfolk, but I can't go in that hex as a family. And strengthen is just putting that many cubes into the battleground. So if you chose strengthen, do 2. So now I'll say your recommended first move. You do not have to do this, but oftentimes we suggest that people do the wild action as their first move, because you can take 1 wild, move 2, and go get one of these tokens. So you might want to go and get spawn, so you'd be more prepared to do spawn, or maybe you want to do a legend action first, and you can go power it up. So if you have a preference, I would do that for you. If not, we can do a totally different action.
I'm going to listen to you.
Okay.
I'm going to go for the wild. Yeah.
All right, right on. Okay.
And then I want to move to that spawn token.
Yes, I love it. And how do you want to move? Do you want to move everybody? You want to leave somebody?
Yeah, let's leave 1 person per tile behind me. So I move with 1, exactly the way we just did. And then I get to pick that up?
Yes, you do. And exactly. Hey, I like that you're so ready. This is great. And now
I'll still need your help, I think, but
oh yeah,
I'm getting the gist of it.
Watch out, Jay will give you help too.
Cool.
Probably.
I'm all ears.
He'll probably give me help. He always wants the most interesting game. Okay, so there's 2 wild. You get to keep those. So, and just to be clear for the audience, what he did was he moved 1 with this, and he moved another 1 with this. Okay, so now it's my turn, and I'll do my recommended first move.
And I will just clarify for other people watching. So you could have spawned, you could have added a cube, because of wild you could do any of those things, but it's also fine and fair, especially at the beginning, to use both your wilds as move. It's totally good.
Yes. Yeah. And we started doing the recommended move at Gen Con, so I don't know if it's not something in the rule book or anything. It's just for the viewers and attentive audience members. All right, so I'm going to do my legend power, which means I get to do this hand icon and the scroll. And I'm going to move. So my power as Levi is that I get to move each of my haints onto an illegal adjacent hex or off of a hex that matches the terrain that Levi is on. So I want to block you. I'm going to move all 3. I don't usually do that. I usually spread them out, but I'm going to go all 3. And I'm going to leave Levi here, because at the end of my turn, if Levi or my legend is on a storm, is on a hex that has no storm, I get to place the storm. And then my faction power, which I could have done before this if I wanted, is to place a storm on a hex with a haint. So I'm going to place it on this hex.
And to clarify, Shad, just for those watching, the turn order is that hex, the storm you put on your legend only happens in cleanup. That happens last,
right.
Yeah. Which in this case doesn't really
during my turn.
Yeah, it doesn't really change anything in this instance, but there are sometimes the reason why we put it in cleanup is we want to make sure people don't, move their legend, place a storm, and then move their legend again, and then think they get another storm. So
guess what storm, I can do now. Right.
That's right.
Yeah, good point, Jay. Thank you. Okay, so now you can go ahead. Simon, what would you like to do?
But before I tell you what I want to do, I'm curious, in the box will there be included a list of, or it's in the guidebook, the order of the actions that you can take and the phases?
There's definitely going to be a player aid, so that it'll have a reminder. Here's the 4 things you can do in your turn and what they are. And the flip side of it will also have a attack summary, just so you can walk through attacking and how to resolve that. Because otherwise, there's no order. You can take any of those 4 Mason Jar actions you want.
Right. Yeah. But okay. So in this round, I get 3. So what are my options?
Well, your options are to do your abilities token, which you could use that to spawn, or move or strengthen. Spawning or moving makes a lot of sense. Spawning, in your case, you've already moved a little bit. You don't really need that much more movement right now. So possibly spawning to get more units to create that chain that you need is not a bad idea. Attacking, I can't remember if you're within range, if that makes sense. I don't think it makes sense right now. And then
Yeah,
your
you're
legend ability, you could place a
are in
path
range,
to. Oh, you are in range. Yeah, but it's
but
so
you're
he's coming up.
outnumbered,
Yeah.
so you would be giving me a cube because the
Oh
unit,
wow.
the one with the
Yeah,
most
that's not
units,
good.
gets a cube.
A bonus.
So
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
want to be starting a fight right away.
Yeah, so either take your abilities, but then when you take abilities, it's up to you whether you want to move. And you think your move is what? Let's look at your board. Move is 3. What is your spawn? Spawn's at 4. So you get to add 4 units to the board. That's not
Because
bad.
I could go after Shad's Haints if
After
I
that, because you can only have a maximum of 4 units on a hex, and so you can spawn on the hex with your legend or on your home hex. So that means you put 2 on your hex with your legend and 2 on your home hex, or 3 on your home hex and 1 on your legend. But you probably want to keep it with your legend.
Yeah, let's do 2 and 2.
2 and 2. All right, here we go.
I want to build a small army because,
right?
Yes.
You know, Emmy gets all the Haints of the Forest to help her out, or they show up. So
well, what's even great is that if you can spread these.
I love it.
That's right. If you can spread these out in a future turn and then use your legend ability, you get a cube on every single hex with a Haint, right? And so that just makes it, more cubes on the board that can help you in your defense in the future.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can block these for me. So, okay, so I'm going to take my turn. Now, I'm debating between doing the wild action, where I know I could move to and make a storm here or here, which would help me, or doing my bag, and then maybe I'll draw 2, because in my bag right now, I have 4 move, 2 strengthen, and 2 spawn, which is just what you start with. That's noted here on the board. I like to live dangerously, so I will go with the bag. So I'm going to draw 3. I got to strengthen a move. I want 1 more move. Yes. Okay. So I get to put a cube in the battleground for the strengthen. That is done. And then now what I will do is I will move Levi and my Haints together onto this. I'm already ending my turn, so I'm going to clean up. I'm in the cleanup phase now. I'm going to put a storm down. This is when you actually put the storm down. Unlike, I'm a cheater. Jay always catches me, so if you ever play with me, that's why I wanted to play with everyone. No, okay.
Games wouldn't be as fun without house rules, so I'll
that's
forgive
right.
you.
You gotta. I mean, if I didn't want to, if I wanted something to enforce the rules and not catch me, I'd play a computer game. No, I'm kidding. Okay, Raphael had a really good idea about how to make these more user-friendly in Tabletop Simulator. So I'm going to work on that at some point. But there. Okay, little Haint. Come on. Stay right there. Okay. All right. So I do want to point out, though, that now that I've done that, I get to choose whether to put these back in my bag or to make it so that I draw 4 next time. I'm going to take the move token that I just got and this strengthen token and make it so that next time I draw from the bag, I get 4. And there we go. Now it's your turn again, and this is your last turn of the round. You have 4 versus my 4 if you did an attack, so nobody would gain a cube. You could use your bonus action to get a cube or move. You also can do Emmy's legend ability. And
so let's take a look at the board. Let's take a look at the board here. So the legend. So let's zoom in a bit more.
Zoom it in. Okay.
Actually, it's me. I should make my window bigger. Okay.
It's all right.
What do you think, Simon? Do you have a question about the legend ability?
I do, but I'm wondering if I move to the shambles in the middle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I get a point at the end of my round?
You will get a point. I'm so glad you remembered that. So many people forget that.
If Shad doesn't come after me.
Yes, if he doesn't come after you, yeah.
And if he does, and if I survive.
Forcing me to go after you if you go in there, I think. I mean, I can ignore you.
The tricky thing is that it only needs 1 cube to kill a unit on the brambles. So if you do go on the brambles, don't put more than 1 unit on there. Otherwise, he'll get more.
Otherwise, you'd be feeding me points probably.
Okay.
So in order to move on there, you have 2 ways right now that you can do that. 1, by attacking. When you attack, you get a free move, spawn, or strengthen you can use before or after your attack. So you could do your attack, and then after attack, you could take 1 move and move 1 of those units onto the brambles. That's one thing you could do. and as Shad's saying, nobody's going to get a bonus cube, so it's not bad. Or two, that's one way. If you use your legend ability, Mason Jar, all three of those Hexagraph units are going to have a bonus cube, but then you get to place a path token and or barbed wire. But you can place a path token onto the middle hex there, there, and you can move on to there for free.
What?
But that's a dangerous one. It's not a great one because, and maybe we haven't mentioned this, and the art isn't updated on this map, but townsfolk do not like going through brambles. So you cannot escort a townsfolk back through the brambles. So that path token does not help get your person back home.
And
all right,
you know, if you're trying to stop me from getting the brambles point 2, right now I can move 2 and get in there with the haint. I have one token that would let me do. I have one turn option that would let me do that. The wilds.
Wild. He's got wilds, so he could spend his entire wild turn to just get there.
Just get in there.
And can we go through the mountains or not at all?
Yeah, it just costs 2 moves to get onto a mountain.
And then you have a range of 3.
See, I also kind of want to pick up more tokens.
Yeah, you do. That's true.
Because they're not going to show up again, right?
Correct.
Going here would take that would make it so it would cost me at least 3 to get onto the.
Yeah, actually blocking him from it's actually not a bad idea as well. It's going to make it hard for you to get to that townsfolk, but maybe you ignore the one on the left and you go straight up and go to the townsfolk way at the top.
Maybe you go this way. It's going to cost you 2 to go through a storm.
It will, but that's fine.
There's a lot of ways.
But you could also put path tokens down, and if I would do that. I would go up 1. How would you do that, with a path token, or do you want to attack?
I would do it with a path token, but I mean it's up to you. You could do it with an attack.
No, yeah, do the path token. Try that, Simon.
Let's go with the path token.
Let's do the legend ability.
Token. I love the legend ability.
Put a path token, I would think, on the space hex right in front of you, so you can move on to that for free. And how many do you want to move? At least leave at least one behind, but I'd probably take the rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you need to get all the way up there, right? So.
Yeah.
And then
I want to keep.
Then you get to put a cube on 4 hexes instead of just 3 for Emmy's power, because you get to do the hand and the scroll action.
Why do I get an extra cube for all these?
Well, read Emmy's power. So you see this board here? It's got a hand and a scroll. That's what's on the Legend Mason Jar, the hand and the scroll. The scroll is the barbed wire or path token. The hand is specific to Emmy. That's her unique ability. If you played with Bernice or Priscilla, they have a different ability, but that's her ability. It's putting these cubes out. If Emmy ever enters a hex with this cube, you get to pick it up and put it into the battleground. Or if that hex is ever attacked.
Okay. Yeah,
so it's
awesome.
Just extra defense that's sitting there, right?
That I get to activate every time that I activate my legend power.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's Emmy's Legends power. Cool. Okay. Yes. So I move once, but I get to move again, no?
No, there's no more move.
That's the move that you get for placing the path token.
Do I get to pick up the token at least?
Yes.
You do get to pick it up, and next time you activate this, you will have.
You got another one of those. Every time you activate the Legend Mason Jar,
to move that one.
You get to replace all the path and barbed wire tokens that you control. So that's great.
And now, if I were to try to attack you, I have to put that cube that you put in. Even if you outnumber you, I have to put that cube in.
Yep. Yeah, it's great.
Well, one thing is, if you activate this again, these hexes that have cubes already wouldn't get more cubes, so you want to pick them up if you can beforehand. But
or move them off. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, finish this off, Chad.
All right. Here we go.
No, it's still your turn.
No.
It's your turn. You haven't finished the round.
Oh, I messed it up. Well, I was going to take my turn. I just moved the token too quick.
Yeah, that's all. It's just your turn.
What am I going to do? I think I'm going to, honestly, I'm not going to attack you because you're very defensive right now. Just fair.
Take pity of me.
Never. But I'm going to move 2 with the wild. And I'm also token hungry. Now, I'm debating what to do because if I leave this hex, it just costs you 2 moves to go through it. So I think that I'm going to spread out, which is perhaps unwise. But
that's pretty good. That's pretty smart.
Okay, so then now I'm already in my cleanup phase. This is one of the things I love about Chapter 1. You know, I've said in most of the live streams that when we first decided to do Chapter 1, I was a little dubious because I really like the cards, but I love how quick this is. So there, I've made my storm. I picked these two. Now this one, I do not choose to put on my board. Cannot.
It has to go there, yeah.
Has to go there. And then I have another move, and if I look at the composition of my bag,
because you're always allowed to, as a family, you can dump them out, look at them.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put it on here because I still have 4 moves in my bag. So, and I cannot take ones from out of here. I have to draw them or get them off the board. Put them on the board. Okay. And now I'm 1 away from getting into the round. So now I take that.
Check the Brambles point. There's nobody gets a Brambles point.
Nobody there. I was going to go for it, and then he blocked.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. Now, Shad gets another turn. So effectively, when you're second player, you get the last turn of the round, and you get the first turn of the next round. So you get 2 turns in a row. So you got to remember that at the end of this round, because you can use that to your advantage. That you can like strengthen, for example, and then the first turn of the next round, attack with the new cubes, for example.
Now I only need 1 move, so I'm gonna hope that I get 1 move.
Yeah, you'll get it with 4 tokens. You should get it.
Oh, okay, I got 1. Oh, I got 2. That's okay. And then I get another strengthen and a spawn. Perfect. That's what I want. So I get another strengthen.
Oh, you need to get some cubes in there, Simon.
I don't know what to do. Should I spawn here, or I want to spawn with Levi? Oh, I'll spawn here, and then I'll be a jerk and move. So what I did was I spawned on the home hex. I moved that haint there, and now I'll move Levi and this haint here. And I take this during cleanup. I make a storm, so the order of operations here is that I make the storm, and then I kill the house, and I get 2 points.
2 points.
2 points. Not 15. Did you guys see that? Okay. Nobody saw it. All right. Okay, so now it's your turn.
Okay.
Hey, we just passed 135, so we just hit a stretch goal while we were playing. 135 USD.
Let's go.
Congratulations, fellas. And congratulations on reaching your goal in 3 hours.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, it's been wonderful.
It's nice.
Great support. It's
yeah,
great.
I love this. It's so powerful getting to play with you and, just getting to meet everybody. It's really awesome.
It's awesome that you guys reached out to your fan base to be able to play, and everybody gets to play. I'm sure they said thank you, so thank you again. This is
Oh
awesome.
Yeah, you did. Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm just glad. I'll play. I'm having fun. Thank goodness.
Me too.
Good. Okay, that's more important.
I'm trying to find the right strategy to beat Shad now.
Let's think. So now we can do anything.
You're doing well.
So this is now tricky because let's see the board, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we had to move, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves away from getting to that top one. What is our move at? Is it still at 3, or do we?
3.
It's still at 3. Oh, that sucks. How can we get another move? We have to go. That might be good. We could do wild, and that would give us 3 move. That doesn't do us much.
But if I understand correctly, wild adds up every round, so it's a good.
It does. We want to do it at some point, but we also want to use wild for like some strengthen, because we don't. Otherwise, we're not getting any cubes in there. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Right.
So Jay, what do you think?
I don't know. I want you to lead it, but what are you thinking? Like, we could either fight our way through to the left and try to get through that space. Like, we fight.
Kill this guy, get a point,
and then move off. And get in there and break in there, and we'll be very close to getting it, but we can't move in there because it's got a storm, so we can't move in there.
Okay, so you say that it costs me 2 actions to move through that storm.
Yeah,
and I have to fight, so that's 3 actions.
Well, no. So fighting is one of the mason jars. So you choose fight, but with fight, you get with a combat, the attack, you get a free move, spawn, or strengthen. But you can't use that free move to move onto a storm because the move costs 2 for you to go onto a storm.
Right.
So that wouldn't help.
Now you are only 4 move away from this, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
But we can't go through the brambles, so it'd be.
Oh,
5.
right, Shad. I'm always cheating. That's right.
Close
Shad,
though.
can't go through the brambles.
Shad's put me in the corner.
You could move through the brambles. You just
I
can't
did.
take it.
But you
two,
said I could
three,
move through
four,
the mountain
5.
for 2. Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah, you can get on the mountain, and then you have range, which is really nice.
What's great about that, if you go on the mountains, which I would recommend, is getting on the mountain this turn, maybe with a wild if you wanted to, is that you have 3 range, and that includes even when placing those path tokens. So then once next turn, you could put 2. You could put a path token above you and a path token above that.
Yeah.
Well, let's do that. So go with the legends turn Mason Jar on the first go. Use a path token there.
Don't use it. I wouldn't use, if you use your legend right now, you can't reach all the way to your townsfolk.
He was saying to use the wild and then prepare to use a legend to move the path.
Okay, then let's do that.
Okay, cool.
And I'll leave one behind.
Okay.
So you got a third thing. So yeah, leave one behind. So spend 2 to get onto the mountain.
Okay. And here's a choice, because you don't have to leave anybody there since you have a path token there. But you
but you do want do leave somebody behind, because otherwise Shad's just going to move on there and annoy the hell out of you.
I'm not trying to get the brambles, but
thank you, Jay.
No, he would do that just to absolutely. Now you have one left. Now you could add a cube, or you could. I don't recommend this, but you could move that one red guy down to get that move token. But then you've broken your chain. Yeah, that part sucks.
And you're also blocking me though, which is nice.
Yeah, but I don't want to break it up. Let's go with
no. But think about it. It also is stopping. Like, where's he going next? He's going to that space next because he wants to get down to that next building. So if you put a unit there, that's really gonna.
Could I move one of the hates on my home hex?
You can, but you're just not going to get that token. That's all.
But you could do this and block.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just want to be his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or get a cube, but that's also what you're doing there is also good.
Get a cube, Jay? What do you mean?
Instead of that, because he's doing his wild action, right? He could get a cube.
No,
he could add a cube, right?
Yeah.
Well, Shad's been very agile right at this point, so I want to be in his way.
Moving.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
I like it. Okay. All right. Well, what am I gonna do? So I've got 2 wilds. I can take the wild and do 3 things of my choice. I already did my Mason. If I take this, I can make a storm on a haint, but I don't have a haint in a good spot. Levi is on green. These guys could move onto a green, but I could move this one off and make a storm. That's kind of appealing. And this lets me move a haint of mine toward the storm that I make. This is probably the haint I would move. And then I would get another strengthen token. Yeah, that sounds nice. Okay, so I will do my legend power. And so first I'm going to do Levi's power. Lets me move onto or haints onto or off of green. None of these guys, I could move one here. Well, yeah, I'll do that. I'll move this guy here. I'll move this guy here. And then I am done with Levi's power. I'm going to make a storm. So I'll grab a storm, make it on this haint. And that one's different, right, as Jay pointed out earlier, because I make it during the turn. So now no cleanup yet. And then I'll pull this haint because of this, because I got a scroll token.
Pull an ability token. Yeah.
I just messed it up. Okay, but I can still achieve what I wanted, which is to get that ability token by pulling it onto this guy.
Yes.
So now I'll clean it up.
Does that make sense, Simon, what he did there? He's kind of zooming around a lot, but
was I zooming too fast?
Maybe, but I'll trust that you're not messing with me since it's my first game.
Jay's here.
So his legend ability is he allows him to place a storm on any hex with one of his haints. He has one upgrade, so 1 scroll token. So now he also gets to pull 1 ability token, 1 hex closer to that storm he just placed.
Yes, that is what I do.
Doesn't have to necessarily be onto it, which it was in this case. Just has to be moved closer to it.
Got it.
Maybe I want to pull this one off and get a legend. I probably should have done that actually, but that's okay. I have 5 tokens. I will put all of these.
Now he's just assessing. Yeah. Oh wow. So trying to get there. You have 5 in your bag?
I have 5 exactly in my bag.
That's the thing about Bag Builder. If you can control, he knows exactly what he's going to draw. He's going to draw exactly those 5.
2 tokens the next time that I get tokens, so that I can put 1 in and get 6, and then have 6 in the bag. Is the hope.
Yeah,
how many tokens will you be able to pull out?
Right now, I can pull all 5 of these out.
Wow. Okay.
Now, I'll show you this, just because we're talking about it. When you go to chapter 2, this is the family board, right? So you draw 4 and put 1 back in. The numbers are the same as on the other side, but now you're drawing, as you go up each stage, you get a little more control. But you're not going to be getting exactly 6. Like, you're not going to try to build your bag so that you pull exactly 6. You're going to try to pull for very.
Yeah, it's just more agency, more control of the player to control what they're getting out of their bag. Plus cards.
It's kind of nice that each of those steps. Yeah, the cards. So, okay. Whoop, not scripting.
Just press L, remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Command 2.
All right, here we go. So that was my turn. I'm pretty happy with that turn, but you blocked me, so my progress. Now I feel it's going.
So now you have. Is it correct? You have 2 scrolls.
Yes.
1 scroll or 2? You have 2 scrolls.
Yes,
so you have
scrolls.
2. You have 1 token there and 1 on the board. So it seems like it's a very awesome opportunity right now to do your Legend Mason jar.
Yeah.
To make the beeline towards the townsfolk.
You will get it this turn.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
I'll let you figure it out.
Okay, so we're doing the legend token. Okay. And
so the one that's on the board moves, and the one that's not on the board gets added.
You could leave this, or you can choose to move it, and you have 2.
Has to be within range of Emmy. Now currently Emmy's range is 3.
I'm just going to put these on Emmy, so you know. So it can go all really far. That's 2. Yeah.
Where do you want to...
See, so if I'm forced to have to go around you, logically I would go north. But
yes.
But I want to pick up tokens.
I love tokens.
So I have right now. Well, Birdie's telling me to go east.
Okay.
Interesting.
You want to go this way to go to that guy.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So now you have to end your turn on those tokens in order to.
Yeah, and you only have 1 unit. That's the only unfortunate part.
So you could leave Emmy on the mountain, or you could leave a Haint.
Depends where you want her first from a spawning perspective.
Let's take Emmy to get to the townsfolk.
Okay, so we'll get here. This is.
I think I would recommend to leave her there. A, you have more range as Emmy, and B, you got 2 paths there, so you can move there for free. So even if you had to spawn another one on the mountain, you can easily get that one right there for free because of the path tokens.
Yeah, your call though, Simon. What do you want to do? You want to move the Haint, or you want to move?
I'll listen to Jay.
I just find that, it's keep
the only time you should
central.
listen to him is when you're playing against him. No, I'm kidding.
Now, do you want to get the spawn token or the strengthen token? Because
you can choose which one.
Do I still get the townsfolk if I'm not standing in his X at the end?
You have to be right on it.
So I'd have to move my
You
Haint.
get this turn by putting 2 straight across.
But wait, why can't I get the one to the east then?
You don't have a unit on that.
You have to move off, and you don't have a movement point.
The token acts as a unit, and so if Shad puts those 2 tokens up north of the there, so now there's a token on every hex, including the unit, the space with the townsfolk and the home hex.
And you would get 2 points.
It doesn't cost me more to move through the storm and the home hex.
Not for townsfolk.
Not
townsfolk.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Good
care.
question though. Good call out.
If you want to move on to it, yes, but you don't have to move on to it. As long as there's a path, the townsfolk love the path.
I love it.
Okay, then let's leave it at that then.
Okay. I like that you want to go get those tokens though.
Me too.
Now you do also get to put cubes down because you're activating Emmy's power. So you put a cube there, which is great because I have to attack somewhere over there.
Wait,
Get to
couldn't
my
I
house.
have moved my Haint? The Haint
No.
that's on Hemi's.
You
No.
could move them you could move them here if you
No,
wanted or
can't.
here.
No, you can't.
Oh, because of the one. Because
Yeah.
it would cost you 1 point to go into that. No, you can't.
The path makes it cost one less. That's what the path
Right.
does.
Mm.
And so now that storm hex costs 1 for you instead of 2.
But the townsfolk don't use movement points to move. They just move along unbroken paths of path or haint. So like if you had a haint here, they don't have to pay 1 to move into it. So okay, so you get 2 points for that. And you've set yourself up to be in a better defensive position here. And this guy is rescued. Okay.
Sweet.
Sweet. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I also like where you were headed with that one. But I think now you don't have to worry about, yeah, right. Okay, so my turn. Right. So this is my last turn of the round, and then you're going to get a turn, and then you get the first turn of the next round.
Cool with me.
So I'm going to now I have to think because if I had just attacked you, I could use attack and move Levi, and then I'd outnumber your haint, but you'd still have the same number of. You'd get a chance to redo that defense. So what I'm going to do instead is do my wild action, and I get 3. I'm going to move Levi 1, and then spawn 2, so that I'm more prepared for a fight. There.
I don't know.
Okay.
Them's fighting words.
Them's brewing up a storm.
Getting more prepared for a fight. That's fighting words.
Those are literally. Okay.
So we have. This is the last
You're good.
action of the round. If we can do anything to get onto that bramble, that would be wonderful. So we could take our legend. No, sorry, our abilities token, and are we still at 3 move?
You're at 3 move.
Okay, okay. Zoom into the map. What can we do with 3 moves, Simon? To also one of them. Can we get one of them onto?
You could also attack and do 1 move.
Yeah, you could attack, but you could. There's not a huge.
Not necessary.
I mean, you do get a point.
You get a
like,
point.
attacking is great.
If you win, yeah. Well, and I've got this blockade, but I think
true.
Who would I attack?
Well, I would probably attack
would
that
attack one of
blue.
these guys.
The blue. Well, the blue one that's right in the way, right
Here?
there.
This one. Mhm.
And then because you get a turn again next turn, from there you could take the legend jar next turn and put the paths all the way to that guy if you kill him. So it's actually not a bad idea.
Let's
You know
go
what I
for
mean?
it.
Moving
I
is
want to
also
see.
great.
You can do it.
I've been waiting to see the box in action this whole time. So let's fight.
So here's what we do.
Let's
So
fight.
let's attack from the mountain because we have 2 units there, right?
Right.
Mm.
So here.
Against his one. So we
Here.
get a bonus cube. That's first thing. We get a bonus cube
Here.
from there to there.
Bonus cube.
Now we do have a free move, spawn, or strengthen. My recommendation would be to not use it right now. You could add another cube though, and that would just help you ensure you get a victory. But there's something that we haven't explained called a haint clash in combat. That even if you don't have enough cubes, you still, as long as you get 2 cubes coming out, you will still be able to kill them. If you don't get 2 cubes coming out, then it's definitely not a great turn.
And
Okay, well,
I might have more cubes come out and be able to kill one of your haints, but Emmy is still there. Blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
we'll use him.
then let's not add an extra cube.
That's
Okay.
that's the risk. There is a
And-
tiny bit of a risk. If you only have 1 or 0 cubes come out, it's not a really good. It's not good for you. But if you have at
But
least
you
2
can
come
still
out,
use your move action to go.
you
on.
still get to use your move,
Yeah.
so you still get a point from the brambles after this.
All right. I think we're ready. Are we ready? Let's drop them in. So, and this is the wonderful box that Raphael made for us.
Yeah, so you don't get to
Yes,
hear all the
yeah.
nice clickety clack sounds. That makes in there. Yes.
You won.
You have the
Nice.
same or more cubes come out. The same or
Uh,
more. So 2. So you have 3. Oh, you actually have more. So
He had
so we're gonna-
3.
Oh, great. So we're gonna discard 2 of those. Look at that. He had 2 more.
I don't
cubes
get to
than
do
you did.
anything to you.
So
And
we're
you
going to
get to
discard
spend
2
2.
of those cubes. That's how much it costs to kill a unit. We've added that actually, by the way, that reminder on that board in the future art version of that board that costs 2 cubes to kill a unit.
And you get a point for that.
You get a point for killing. This is wonderful. Now you get a free move.
Yeah.
Who do you want to move? I have a very specific thing, but I want to see who you think.
Well, you're saying that because it's the end of the turn anyways, I can just go towards the bramble and get that point?
Yeah, which one?
Yeah. So any Haint you want, or Legend, or whatever.
The Haint on the Hex with Emmy?
You got it. 100% the correct move.
That's one I was thinking too. Cool.
Yes.
I wondered if I was
point.
thinking the same one as Jay. I was like, am I? Okay.
And now it's your turn again. This is what's great.
What up?
Because that's the end of the round. You got the point for the brambles. We swapped it.
Oh, and 1 point for killing that Haint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So
okay.
You're double my score.
And you're going to get
6 points from winning.
And you're going to get 2 more points right now. I'll let you figure it
out. Okay. If I can make a line, well, if there's a way I can make a line to that townsfolk, but it doesn't like to go through a storm.
You would get 2 points. It won't go. It will go through a storm. It won't go through the brambles.
How? Hold on.
Okay.
Zoom into the board so we can see it.
Okay. Yeah. Let me.
So, I could go with my wild action, pick up another wild action, spawn, and then make a line to my guy in the east.
Yeah. Let's see. You have 3, so you'd have 4. You have 3 wild actions right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
You spawn. So move 1. So that's 2. Move, but you wouldn't have.
You wouldn't have enough.
I think. Yeah, because you.
No, I'd have exactly enough. No.
No, because you need a dude on like a unit on a Haint on each hex.
You need 3.
So I spawn 4.
That's
and then I get to move 3 times. No.
No.
You spawn 1 per wild action.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. What if I use all my wild actions?
Each wild token is 1 spawn, 1 move, or 1 strengthen. That's it. Just one. Yeah. Just 1 spawn. So you have 4 wilds. So you could spawn 4, but then your turn's done. That's all you have. 4 wilds.
Right.
You could spawn 3 and move once, or spawn 2 and move twice.
But if I use my mason jar right now, I get an extra wild, and wouldn't that give me 4 actions?
Yes. Yep. But you still can only
4 separate actions.
So wait, I couldn't spawn and then move.
Yes, but then that's just 1 unit.
Just wouldn't have enough people, I don't think. But we can
show them what happens. Spawn 1 unit.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. That's a good idea.
I'll show you. That's not what we're gonna do though. We're just showing you because this is
So you could spawn.
Grab a unit.
So that's one.
Oh, so I only spawn 1.
Yes, 1. That each wild for both of you is 1.
When you do your ability mason jar, then you get to spawn 4.
So maybe I should do my ability spawn right now.
And then you would get 4, and you could do 2 here and 2 here.
I can get you 2 points right now.
Tell me.
Get rid of that wild token.
Get rid of that wild token, Chad, please. Thank you.
Yeah. What would happen if you took your legend ability mason jar this turn?
I can make a beeline somewhere else.
Where?
Could I make it towards the west? Yeah, same thing I just did. Let's do that.
Yeah, you're this thought. Oh, this way. Oh, Shad.
Hey.
Where do you want to go?
Release the KRA puzzles.
West.
West.
To my left.
Right there. And because you're on the mountain, you have a range of 3.
What?
You're on the mountain. That's why you can do it. That's why it's so amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And you got it. Like that's.
But you still get a cube here.
You get a cube there on the brambles, which is great.
That's awesome too.
And boom, you got 2 points. You're at 6.
Chad,
1 more point. Ending the round. I'm not happy about that. I am.
And
so we have somebody talking. Oh, go ahead.
So as soon as the first person gets to 7 points, end of the game.
We finished the round. Now you have the start player token, so if you get to 7, that means Shad has to get to 8 in order to beat you, because that's the tiebreaker. The start player token.
Yep. If you get to 7, which is if you just manage to keep this guy here until the end of the round, you would get 7 points, and the round would end with your victory. Unless I get 8 points,
But the round's not over.
No, we
It
got
is
it,
not.
Simon. We got it. Don't
It's
worry.
only just begun.
No, it's over. It's over. Shad's
Ah,
going
Jay.
down.
No. Probably. No. I mean, I'm confident. Okay, my turn. So, what will I do? I love these. Well, I'm drawing 5. I'm going to do. I need to attack you. All right, but yeah, because basically nothing I do matters until I attack you. So I will attack you. But I will also, for free, move this Haint here onto your path token so that I can get that legend ability at the end. And then I will attack from here to here. And you get this cube, and I get a cube. And I'm saving my bonus action and dropping the cubes in. What's going to happen? Oh my gosh. We tied, but I'm attacking. So I win. And I can spend 2 cubes to kill your Haint, which was so annoyingly blocking me. And I'm going to use my move action. And before I put those guys on, I'm just going to do the cleanup phase. It's just easier to put the storm on. As I said, Raphael has still there. So what's the stretch goal for a real oil lamp is the first player token? I like that. Okay, I don't know why I laughed. Maybe that would be cool. And then I get a legend ability token. So now if I take my legend ability, I would be able to move one of my Haints towards Storm, as well as an ability token. Okay. Oh, and I get a point for killing the Haint. I almost neglected to do that.
All right, Simon, we
Okay.
need one more point. So we have potentially a point sitting there on the brambles, but it's probable that he's going to attack that and it's not going to make it to the other round. What's the other 2 ways we can get points in this game?
So I can go rescue somebody else.
Yep. Or
I could fight one of his guys.
Right. So one option would be take the wild mason jar this turn and just get a whole bunch of cubes. Like just put them all as cubes. And then the final round, just attack. That's one option. Another option
would be to get to the townsfolk.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough units and if you can make a path or not without going through the.
Well, because I could. Hold on. Hypothetically, I could do my action spawn, so I can get all those Haints with me, and then next round play my wild, then move with them the whole way through.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because then, since I started 2, I would leave a cube on every Haint that I would leave behind me. So if Shad came for me, well, tough.
So be it. So be it.
Let's go with that's my strategy. I'm gonna focus on where the money lies. Let's go with the action, please. Let's spawn some Haints.
All right.
The abilities of spawn. What are you at? 4 or 5 for spawns?
He's at
4.
4.
All right. Put them 3 of them on your. I assume on your mountain guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you need them all. You need all 3 of those guys.
Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I have to stop you from getting the brambles.
And then 1 on your home hex because we have 1 more.
Oh yeah, okay. And this
That's
townsfolk
good too.
is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And I did give you the points for that townsfolk, I believe.
Yeah. That's why we're at 6.
Okay.
All right, that's our turn. Good job, Shad. You got 2 more turns of near deathness.
Okay. So we had a question about what's the stretch goal for a real oil lamp? I said 1 million. What do you think, Jay? That's not nice. Okay, so what on earth? So I have to do 2 things. And I do have the last action of the round. But I can't, what should I do? Okay, I think that I should do my bag. Because I draw 5. Good. Okay, so This is tricky because I want to block you.
You don't think you can? I mean, you got to spend one of the moves to get your final
Spawn.
final storm, right? You got to get your final storm.
Yeah, I do. And I get 1 strengthen. And then I could move. So if I go here, you can still go around me.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do me a lot of good.
Mm-mm.
I don't have enough move to do that.
Well,
But
you
Levi's
could.
on
You
green.
could, Chad. You could move.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
move your 2 yellow on the home hex. One, both to the teal to the left, and then 1 to the brown.
And to the brown, and that's a good block. But that's what I should do.
Well, that's a block, but you're not helping yourself get points.
I know. It's not.
Because you also have to attack. Oh, you're going to use your attack.
I have to attack. I don't know. Right. I can't do my attacking move because I already did an attack.
Oh, so you're not getting your 2 points. Wow.
Well, I might have. Oh, actually, Jay.
What?
I see what you're saying.
I wasn't recommending you do that. I was just saying that if you want to block
that, it's a good idea. I kind of want to do this.
That doesn't block him at all.
Yeah, and this is his last turn, so that doesn't block him at all. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Well, getting this doesn't matter, but I still get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, unless miraculously, if he doesn't get a 7th point.
Well, he's definitely going to. Yeah. I'm not even going to be close.
Well, if you're going to attack that center and he doesn't get a point, then
yeah.
Now you got a trick. Now you got a tricky decision here. Like you could try to attack, or I don't know. You don't have enough.
Yeah, here I got
wilds to get around. Let's scroll in a bit to see how much move would it take to get around.
4 wilds if you took the wild action.
We can't. Let's see. Oh man, that sucked.
Jay, I thought you were helping me out. What happened?
Well, I just wanted to show you that it's not all
neutral territory.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's why I think you could still attack and put everything into cubes.
You would get 7 points if you get a kill. You get 7 points.
Yeah, and then you still have the guy in the brambles, so you still are threatening there.
I think that's actually probably your best move. Yeah, but then I have to
and you'll get 2 bonus cubes. You'll get a bonus cube and then another bonus cube. So you get 2 bonus cubes.
I messed up. You're about to win. Unless there's a hate clash. Even then, he's good.
I don't think there's much reason to do much else other than attack right now. Because if you moved or did your wild, you just don't have enough to get over to your townsfolk. Because he's got storms up top of you.
I think I shouldn't have done it that way. That's okay. He was really helping you, is what I'm trying to say. No.
It's my first game.
You're doing great. You're about to win. No. It's all good.
You're really close to winning. I don't know how you won't win this, basically.
Yeah, same here. There's nothing I could.
What are you at score-wise, Shad?
I think I'm at 3. Yeah, I'm at 3.
Oh, yeah. So even if he got that, he was only at 5.
I have to get, I can't get that many points in a turn.
Yeah. What do you think? Attack, or do you want to just spend your wilds doing something?
I think you should just put all your 4 haints on the brambles.
Don't do that.
I thought I was doing so well.
Yeah, it's your turn, Simon. What do you want to do?
Oh. Well.
No worries. Yeah.
You got attack, or you've got wild.
Yeah, and this is the last turn of the.
And
round.
it could be the last turn of the entire round for you for the entire game if you get one more point by the end of this round.
Well, I think I'll stick to my wild because that'll allow me to do a move to the townsfolk over there.
You won't. You can't get there now.
Because
that's what we're saying.
Which was foolish of me.
Zoom in a bit more so you can
see. Hold on. I still get to use my wild tokens.
Or as I was saying, you could just attack because again, you just need 1 point. Because if you if you spend your wilds now, you're not getting a point. And if he attacks your guy in the brambles, you get 0 points this round, and we have to play a whole nother round.
Okay, hold on. I have 3 wild tokens right now.
And you'd have a 4th, yeah. So you'd have 4 total.
So it wouldn't make sense for me to do anything else other than fight because it gives me a bonus action. So, but before I do that, could I use one of my wild tokens to add a cube to my tower?
No. You'd have to choose your wild mason jar to activate your wilds.
You're actually ahead of me here because I spent 2 cubes to kill one of your haints.
And I'll get bonus cubes for having more haints than you when I move to fight you?
Yeah.
So let's go with that.
From here to there or something. Okay,
yep.
Sweet. All right, here we go.
So who do you want to attack?
Even if you lost, as long as you get enough cubes to kill one of my haints, you're going to get a point. Okay, so it's from, where would you like to attack from? You could go.
Does it matter?
Just attack from Emmy because she's got 4, and then attack anybody really.
Yeah.
No.
Attack the person. Attack the person adjacent to the brambles.
Yeah, this one. That's a good call. Darn it, Jay.
Well, I can't. And I'm going to use Emmy with 2 haints. That makes sense?
You're using all of it. Use that whole hex. So you have more.
Hold on. But you said the townsfolk. You said townsfolk can't go to the brambles. So
we don't care about townsfolk anymore. We're not getting that townsfolk. This is the last.
That townsfolk is dead to us. Not really.
This is because if you get 1 point, the game's over. And so you don't need the townsfolk point. You're going to get a point from killing.
All right, let's go for the one next to the brambles.
Okay. All right, here we go. And we had.
Hold on. So he gets a bonus. So he got a bonus.
You got a bonus. I put a bonus cube in.
Now you have a bonus move, spawn, or strengthen. My thought would be put another cube in.
Right, because all you care about is getting that 1 point.
You just want 1 point, dude.
Go for the cube.
Yep.
All right.
If there was a chance that we're going to do a whole nother round, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, let's think about what else we can do. But we can win the game here. And without much risk. And you got it.
By the way, that is only happening because we have turned the box the wrong way.
Oh, I see.
Nothing.
But that was kind of cool, though. You got to admit.
It was.
It was cool. I like the cannon fire. We have a request from Tomer K. I'm sorry. He's saying, tell us about the second map. What's different in it? How does it play differently? Okay, so I'll walk through.
You'll just wait till tonight's update, Tomer. You'll see. You're actually going to help. You're actually going to vote on it.
Yeah. So, and you were attacking this one, which is smart. And you got a point. And that's the end of the round. Will end now, and I do get another turn. And there's no way, because Jay did that. I'd still like to show you. And you were a good team, Simon.
Was that sorry?
I said good team. It was a good team effort.
Oh,
I'd like to show you what my last turn was. So
what are you going to do?
My last turn, I'm going to do the Legend Power.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait. Where did that other token go? I thought I got 4. Nope, I guess I didn't.
You were going to, but then it was not going to block them, remember?
That's right. Yeah, okay. And then, okay, we're good. I can't move him off. This would have, if I was mistakenly thinking I had this, and I was going to try to move him off the brambles if he hadn't gotten killed. It's too late now. It's all over. So
you at least would have got 2 more points, so it would have been 5.
Yeah, because I could move these guys off.
Yeah, but that's
all I could do.
Yeah. Or you can attack. You could attack one more time.
But attacking,
you might not know that for viewers / Simon might not realize that you can always attack a second time in a round. If you look at if Shad zooms into the mason jars, it's the only one that has something printed on the back of the mason jar. Yeah. And it says to attack again, flip over any other jar, and you can attack again. You don't get the bonus move
even if I attack right now, the most I could kill is here on 3, and I would get 6 points for doing that. And I would not get my 2 points here, so I will not. But that was fun.
Okay. I have a question for that attack mason jar.
Yeah.
So if you
good job.
If you use the attack and then you flip it and then you flip another mason jar, that still counts as. Okay, that's a third mason jar or a second one.
That's your third.
It was your first, right?
You're still activating all
You're
the mason
basically
jars.
sacrificing that one to do an attack. Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
Good
Nice detail.
game.
Yeah.
So that's just chapter 1. It's very accessible. It's very straightforward. I find. I mean, there's still some kinks and weirdness to it. The game, which I think is cute and interesting, makes the game unique. But even just chapter 2, when you introduce card play, it just changed the game so much, because now you have all these, tactical decisions to make. Like, ooh, a plus, I get the surprise thing that you didn't see coming. I can do this, and the cards work differently for both sides, which is super exciting. Like for the protectors, they're like tactics cards where you just play one a turn if you want, and they just change the game so much. But the family of cards that upgrade the tokens that they pull out of the bag to better tokens, and they go back in their bag. So now they're drawing better tokens out of their bag, which is really interesting. And then chapter 3, we change out so that those townsfolk and the buildings don't start on the board in those preset locations. They actually start over there on the scoreboard. And your opponent places one every round at the beginning of the round based on the terrain color it's on. You don't have to show it. It's just, there's also these bonus tiles that you can see there's a space between the mason jars. Bonus tiles go there. Oh, you're loading it?
Oh, I'm messing you up. Here, sorry.
You can see
go here,
and basically they give a small bonus if you're the first one to choose that action in a turn, in a round. And so that's another motivator to be like, ooh, I want that bonus. I can move my legend again. That's pretty cool. Or whatever it is, get another wild token. Oh, I want that bonus. And then that's when we introduce the spoons that Shad mentioned earlier, where it's harder and harder to get points from killing. And that's basically the full game is chapter 3. If you're a super uber gamer, you might be able to start right at chapter 3. If you're, a gamer type person, but we wanted to make sure that everybody that could access the game without starting at chapter 3, because that is pretty intense.
And I think it's nice too that, in doing playtests and things like that, it's nice to have this to introduce people, because a lot of times, people might otherwise be, I have a lot of friends who would think that they wouldn't know how to play this, but they actually can. No problem. But I would definitely start them here, and then they say, okay, and they're ready for the next version, so.
Yeah.
And
we have Tomer asking, asking a question about, let me see if I'm trying to see if I can get it as well.
Did you do that, Jay? Oh, sorry. Why did that pop up on mine? You want to get me to give you host?
No, I think, I can't do it. I was going to show it to him, but I can't. No. All right, sure. He's asking about like a reference card, and there is a player aid. We just haven't brought it out. So I was going to see if I can just quickly bring it out. So
I was going to save this as Super Simon. Just so you know, I was going to save our playtest as Super Simon.
Is that going to be the name of the video on YouTube?
It could be. I don't know.
Demo chapter 1 with Super Simon.
Yeah. I'll save it really fast.
Give me 1 second.
Hey.
There we go.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you. It's really awesome to have you on here. And did you have any questions or thoughts too, Simon, about the playtest or the demo or anything that we were talking about?
No, it was really helpful to have you there. Since the Kickstarter launch last week, was it? Life, work, and nights have been ridiculously busy, so I haven't had a chance to go deep dive into the rules. And having you guys here was very helpful to give me tips and to keep me on the right track and be reference to the rules and design mechanics, all that stuff. So
no worries.
It was really cool. I enjoyed it. Yeah,
This is the I uploaded it weird, and I realized I uploaded the print version, so it's got all these weird print things on the side. But this is the player aid that's going to tell you what happens in a round, and then here's a reminder of what all the mason jars do, and then on the back side is how attack works.
Yeah. So
it's just like for the first few times when you're playing, this will be a nice reminder to have this in front of you.
Yeah.
I was playing Arkham Horror card game last night, so I was looking for the action card. The order card. This is very helpful, very cool. I can't wait to receive the physical version. So that's October next year. It's the goal.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
And if you want to play it in the meantime, we have uploaded chapters 1 through 3
on Tabletop Simulator.
But you got to. It's only $20 Tabletop Simulator, but then you can play to your heart's content.
Sometimes it goes on sale too for 10.
It's true.
or something.
It's true.
Okay. Well, I'll look for it
Yeah.
for sure.
Thanks so
Cool.
much.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
thank you.